Yeah, what the fuck, Ash? What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ.
It's because she was in my way. So I was like, just because you have a baby, you get the right to sit in the bus. That's not how it works, guys. Anyway, guys.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Welcome to our...
Ash really says bros apart, get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yeah, right, God.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
It was her choice to have birth. No, I'm joking, don't do that. Okay. Guys, in today's episode, the host is Blowfish, so I will be quiet and Blowfish will take over.
No problem, well, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. So I guess I'll open it up with this. So recently, I was modding for a friend's channel. This happened on Sunday, by the way. Hash Sid, I'm not too sure how familiar you are with the fighting game community in general. I don't know if you guys have heard of a new game that WB Warner Bros is actually releasing. That's very much like Smash Bros. Called Multiverses. You two familiar with that?
Does it come with all the pedophiles and sex offenders as well?
No.
Okay.
Unless Batman counts.
Is this the game that has a beta released?
Yes.
I've heard about this. I haven't played it or anything, but I've heard
fun.
it's really good.
It's actually a lot of fun. So anyway, so my buddy actually got like a key for it, and he also got an additional one, and he ended up giving it to me, which is cool. And I got to try it out before, and it was a lot of fun. I actually really like the game.
Go you, lucky you. Are you allowed to stream it?
Yeah, you're allowed to, like, just to try it out, right? Like, because before, I think he gave me a key a while back, and that expired. He's like, you're allowed to play it. He's like, you're allowed to play it, just don't stream it or talk about it until they're like, okay, the beta's officially released, right? So yeah, I got to play it with him. Like, that's how he closed off stream. He's like, hey, Blowfish, why don't you get in here and we'll do some like 2v2s and like try to wreck people. And we did great. We did great. Like we were actually.
And it's on PC, right? So anyone can get it.
It's on PC, PS4. Yep.
That's good because I like Smash Bros. I'm a big fan.
It's
I'm a big fan of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also free to play.
Demographic for it, Hash.
Oh, okay, because pedophiles. Yeah, I get it. I got it. Yeah.
But Smash, Sid, that's wrong. Smash is for good girls and boys, according to the creator. But anyway.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so what happened with my friend was like, he wasn't giving away any
good girls and boys, and you know all the fucking adults preying on them, you know.
Oh,
wait, is this Warner Bros? Are they?
Warner Brothers, like, yeah.
Are they under some? Are they the ones who make all the fucking
cartoons and like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were in trouble. I actually haven't heard about this. Are they in trouble about being pedophiles, or like is it like another Blizzard again?
No,
that's just messing around.
Super Smash. Super Smash.
Yeah.
Like the community is known to be like have a lot of pedophiles and stuff.
Yeah,
like it was like reported like over like 200 plus cases of like sexual assault or pedophiles.
I know, right?
I didn't know that. What the fuck?
That's like
crazy.
Yeah, that's
like
in the community.
Is it like they like chat up little kids and they do weird shit after? Is that how
the thing is, a lot of kids also play Smash Bros. That's the thing, right? Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, basically people were. So my friend, what happened with him was like people were rolling over to his chat, you know, asking for codes, and like my friend is actually sponsored by something called CD Keys, which helps people get discounts on games. Right?
Wait, he's sponsored by CZ.
Yeah,
is your friend like famous or some shit? What the fuck is this? Who is this?
His numbers, my numbers. I'll be honest, my numbers are better than his. But Mike Hero, I think you guys have seen him around.
I know Mike Hero. Yeah,
I know Mike Hero. Of course.
He's sponsored with he's partnered with them to be specific.
Wait, how? What the heck?
I don't know. I gotta ask.
You know what? There was a guy. I remember this was like very early stages onto streaming, right? This guy had about like 600 followers, I remember, and he had about like 7 people watching him, and he was sponsored by what's gaming drink thingy?
Sneak and G Fuel.
No, G Fuel. He was sponsored by G Fuel, and he had like 600 followers, and then like he had like 7 viewers most of the time, right? Yeah, he was sponsored by G Fuel. But he had a pyramid in like behind him. He had like 52.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
52 tubs of G Fuel behind him, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, it's like I've got every single flavor and stuff."
He's
like,
smart. I'm gonna.
How do you get
I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna shoot CD Keys.
Yeah, I think you just have
one day,
like,
I pray you watch this, and I hope someone clips and send this to you, please. I don't use. I have a passion for your company, not because I'm a cheapskate and I get games for a discount. I have a true passion for, and I believe your core principles, especially on diversity and inclusion. As someone from a minority background,
what is this?
I feel like my background's are celebrated at your company. Yeah, hopefully they hire me.
That's some Amber Heard delivery, right?
I hope they hire me now.
Amber Heard delivery. You guys been keeping up with the trial?
I have been keeping up with the trial, yeah.
Bro, I haven't been keeping up with the trial, but I'm just hearing little bits and bobs. And I'm like, that mission's funny.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's actually fun.
But yeah, Sid, so speaking of the guy that you mentioned...
I pledged all the money, Blowfish.
Oh, did you?
I pledged all the money to the charity.
Okay,
I pledged all the money.
I believe you.
Apparently she can't get in legal trouble for that, by the way.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I don't know. Hopefully she loses. I think she will, but anyway.
Oh come on, dude! Are you kidding me? Her lawyer just gets.
Losing.
I'm trying my best here.
I know.
Like her lawyer went like that. Her new lawyer, not even the old one, the one that replaced the shitty one. Just because I'm trying my best here. Come on, man. Like.
Oh man. But yeah, speaking of the guy that you mentioned, Sid, the one with the G Fuel, and so my friend, people kept rolling through his stream, you know, asking for codes. He eventually got fed up with it, and you know, he had to like make an example out of someone. G-Fuel? No, like so you mentioned the G Fuel guy, right? So I'm gonna try to connect my friend's story with his.
Yeah.
And you mentioned how the G Fuel guy only had like what 7 viewers, yet he was sponsored by G Fuel, which is pretty big.
That's fucking massive, yeah.
I was just shocked that I was just shocked that like he got sponsored by G Fuel.
Yeah.
Sure. So that leads up to the question. So no matter how big or small a streamer may be, do you think that content creators, just in general, I think I think this mainly applies to like a lot bigger streamers. Do you think that they constantly get used for things from like randoms who just come in, you know, don't truly support the content, don't truly like want to get engaged or like try to make a connection? Do you think that happens a lot with you guys? We'll say with you guys. Have you ever had any incidents like that, either you guys? Even if it's like not a big sponsorship, right?
Content. It depends how you would like see it. Like I think one thing I get really annoyed about, and like I didn't at first, but then when I actually start thinking about it, you know, when you like don't get offended about something, but then when you start thinking about it and you're like, oh shit, maybe I should have been offended. You know what I mean? It's one of those. So like, I really hate those people, but I also get why they do it. But I hate those people who come in. I'm sure you guys must experience it once, right? Come into your Twitch, come into your chat. Hey, I've released this new song. Can you please check it out? And then that's it. And they send it. And you know how I usually listen to songs and shit. So I'm like normally, yeah, sure, let's go for it. And like, I don't want to be mean because like, even if I hate it, I'm like, this is their hustle. I can't be mean towards it. Like, I want to give them positive reinforcement.
No. Or you should though, because if it's dog water trash and you go, man, you know, there's some things you can
true.
How's that gonna fucking help
you? True.
I would be honest.
True, 100%. But it's like,
what if I straight up in the music video just got my booty cheeks right into the camera and just farted in your face? What are you gonna tell me? Man, hey, good work, man. Like, good hustle.
Keep
like,
it up. Hey.
That's a good ass fart right there.
What are we gonna do? Like, you know, like just start the microphone. Like,
okay, yeah, fair point. Maybe I'm a little bitch about it, right? But like, I hate it because they send it right, and
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm sorry, I'll keep you interrupting.
No, that's cool. It's cool.
What you're doing right now is you're worried that this person is sensitive, right? And which goes back to a couple podcasts ago where you said sensitive people aren't successful people. So what you're doing is instead of you helping them, you're actually setting them up for failure in your own standard.
Ooh.
If you think about it.
Sid's got a good point there, Hash. Sid makes a very, very good point.
Because I'm saying I like it, because I'm saying I like the song, right?
Because you're giving them positive reinforcement, right? Because you are thinking they might not be able to handle my harsh criticism, my truthful criticism.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they might be sensitive. But if you really wanted them to succeed and be successful and you're following your own thinking.
True.
Give them
because I honestly I do this. I'm like, oh my god, keep it up, man. Like, keep making music. I'm like, keep it up. You know, like, I'm proud that you actually made the action of making a song. But even if I hate it, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, if they ask me for criticism, that's one thing. But then I'm also at the same time, I'm like, am I even qualified to give criticism on music?
Yeah.
Do I even understand it? Do you know what I mean? It's like I recently found out, and I'm actually curious. I don't listen to music when I listen to a song.
What do you mean?
I listen to. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I don't know what the lyrics are. They could be swearing. They could be talking about sex. They could be talking about going on a walk at the park. I don't know. I only listen to the sound of their voice. I don't know what's going on after that. So you know when people are like, yo, these
their talent and their skills.
Yes, you know when people are these rappers have insane fire fucking lyrics like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. I love them, not for their lyrics. I love them for their voice. They sound so fucking good.
Right.
They do.
That makes
sense.
Great.
Everyone knows the song J. Cole She Knows, right? Apparently, whatever. Most people know that song. People love it. Oh, it's got great lyrics. I don't even know what the fuck he says. I just really like his voice in the song. Swear to God, I'm like, yo, you sound so great. Same with Kendrick Lamar. One of my favorite verses of Kendrick Lamar is "Bad Blood" with Taylor Swift. I don't even know what the fuck he says, and I don't think anyone agrees with me. I think everyone disagrees with me there. Like there are better songs from everyone's opinion, right? Purely because he just sounds so good.
I don't know. For me, like Kendrick Lamar, when it comes to him, I do agree. He does have a sick voice and all that. I'm one of those guys that does try to listen to the lyrics, but at the same time, say if I can't 100% understand, I'd be like, you know, this is actually pretty dope. I get where you're coming from. And speaking of favorite songs, I don't know. I guess for me, for Kendrick Lamar, it might be Sid. You probably know some Backseat Freestyle.
Yes.
That one's sick. That one is sick.
Yes,
that's not one of his like famous ones, but that's one of his like B-sides that are pretty dope.
I think my favorite Kendrick Lamar is probably Ronald Reagan era or Rigor Mortis.
Ooh,
because both
Rigor
of
Mortis
them
is good. Yeah.
both of them. I forgot which one it was, but I think it's Rigor Mortis where like he just goes bar for bar for bar for bar.
Yes.
It's like he's flowing on the PSA. He's like, and every time in the car, he's seriously insane. Yeah, it sounds like he's in a car driving down while he's like rapping it. But when you're listening to it, it makes you really like in the scene. It makes me want to like be in the car just riding around like.
But you can't drive,
You
don't have a license for that, yeah. Wants to be in the car, but you can't drive. Yeah, okay, cool.
I guess that's mine and Hash's
okay, yeah, bro. So you and I can relate to the song. Yeah, okay, cool.
Don't always have to drive.
But yeah, what were you gonna go on about, Sid? Like, didn't mean to cut you off there.
But going back to the topic at hand, which Blowfish said was, do you think streamers get used for certain things? I feel like yes, all the time. I feel like streamers do get used for something by both game producers and viewers and such, because let's be honest here, the amount of times I've opened up, I don't know, like a Pokemon stream or something, just based on the fact that they have a key, they have like a little reward system for watching them for an hour for Valorant and stuff like that, right?
That's true.
I've never watched their content. I've never watched Pokemon. Genuinely, I've never watched Pokemon except like
same.
And stuff.
Actually, no, I saw her XQC thing. I take that back.
Okay, that's fair enough. But I'm talking about her specific content. I've never watched it, right? But I've been on a stream a couple times, just putting it in the background so I could get something for Valorant. People are getting used, yes, but at the same time they are benefiting from it. That's an extra viewer. That's an extra person watching ads when they put up ads. That's an extra viewer that puts them higher on the ranking. So yes, they are getting used, but yes, they are benefiting from it at the same time. Someone comes into your stream. I remember there was Rust happening, right? When Rust was a really big thing.
Oh my god!
Someone comes onto your stream.
I forgot about Rust. Shit.
Yeah, Rust. It was here for a while.
Yeah, it had a whole phase.
It was like my friend's stream. They were just about affiliate, or they weren't even affiliate. But because they were playing Rust, if you stayed on the stream for long enough, you get a reward.
Yeah.
There's an incentive for people to check out the small streamer, and because you have to save for a certain amount of time, they might chat in there. They might actually get connected to the streamer, like the streamer, dislike the streamer, find a streamer that they actually do like.
True.
Viewer.
That is
so
true.
It's always in your incentive to get used in a sense. Because let's be honest here, a viewer is in your stream to enjoy themselves. They don't necessarily have to talk to you. I could just watch someone for like, like an hour. I don't have to interact with them. I might just find them entertaining or funny. I'm using them to pass my time. The ones that are coming back, like
that's what we call it.
they're people that you've built a connection with. But most of the time, let's be honest, like you're being used to kill time. You're being used as entertainment. And it's just something that we just have to kind of, live with.
Well, like the funny thing about my friend's story is that he wasn't offering shit, and people just assumed. So do you think that like that's a bad thing on the viewer's part? That like that they were demanding this code that he didn't really fucking have at the end of the day. And if that's the case, like, does that bother you guys?
If they're demanding it, it's a completely different.
That's the thing. Like they were full on demanding and just like not even saying hi. They don't have like any courtesy. They literally just like, yo, you got codes, or like type in CD keys thinking, hey, if I buy something from this is a true story. If I buy, someone literally messaged him in his chat saying like, yo, if I buy something from CD keys, do I get a code for the game? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you guys realize that this game is going to be free to play, so what? You know what I mean? It's like, why the fuck would you want to pay for anything to get a friggin' code while you could wait like a month later to actually play the real game once it's released, right? But yeah, like, do you think that like, if folks were demanding you for said things, like, would that bother you guys? And if that's the case, how would you guys like handle it at the end of the day?
I fucking can't stand that shit, bro. I get really annoyed by it. Like, I used to be a bit more like resistant to it, but now as time goes on, or maybe as I get older, my like patience of it has dropped. I hate it. I don't mind people suggesting
Hash,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
It's the age thing. I'm like, the fuck is going on?
What's the difference between suggesting and demanding for you?
So like, okay, so for me, it's like I don't mind if someone says something like, "Can you try this game out? Can you do this? You should do this instead. Can you do that instead?" I don't mind that. Like, I even explained to you guys that someone also suggested, "Oh, you guys do a podcast every Sunday. Maybe instead of a podcast every other week or some shit, do a time when you, Seven Thugs and Blowfish play a game together." There's nothing wrong with that, but I fucking hate the people who are so annoying. It's like you need like, I don't believe in hitting kids, but you need a tight slap. Yeah.
Hash, play this game.
Yeah. Oh,
Hash,
do it now. Do it now.
Yeah,
do it now.
Like, those were the old for anyone new in Hash chat. That was like the old days of Hash's chat.
Do this. do that.
Now y'all are a bit
do
more
this.
cleaned up.
I feel like we've all kind of gone through that though.
I think everyone must have gone through that, but it's
like, at least
so annoying.
There was a point in time where I was so reluctant on banning people, right? Just based on the fact that people would be like, "Oh, watch this video." They'd start off nicely. They'd be like, "Can you watch this video?" And I'll be like, "Okay, I'll watch it after my game, after when I'm on a break." Right, which makes sense because if I'm in the middle of something, I'm not just gonna pull up your video just for the sake of watching and stuff.
Yeah.
And the way that my OBS works is I can't do game capture and window capture separately, so you guys can just do screen capture, right? Yeah. And if you change it, you just change screens. I have to do it separately, so I have to do like 2 extra steps because I'm on laptop.
It's a lot of work for you at the end
so
of the day.
It's a lot harder for me to do it, so I always go, let me please just do it after my game. But I used to be so reluctant on banning people, but like they always start off nicely. Can you watch this video? And you'll be like saying something and blah blah blah. I remember one time I was literally talking about something very deep and important happening in my life, and someone was like, "Can you watch this video, please?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro."
Dude, the viewers that can't read a room are the fucking worst. I'm like, guys, I'm like trying to talk about something serious here, and you're like, all you care about is me seeing this fucking video. Like, what are you doing? Like, that
5 people like, shut the fuck up.
Exactly. You know,
5 people like, shut the fuck up. Like, he's trying to say something, and then they start acting rude, and then you just go, okay, yeah, oh, bad. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, you know when you start a game, because you know how I normally, I get so, like, I really wonder what's inside this person's head. Sometimes I'm like, are they trolling on purpose to get a reaction? Because like, you gotta be like, playing a game, I start a game, League of Legends, Overwatch, whatever, and I've said, alright guys, no more videos, I'm now gonna be playing a game. And they send a fucking video, watch this. I get so annoyed by that, I'm like, are you an idiot? No, yeah, I literally wonder. I'm like, are you? But then I'm like, there's no way you're this stupid. You're doing it on purpose.
No, it's not. It's not because they're stupid. It's because they know your nature. I remember, especially at the beginning.
Very beginning, yep.
At the beginning, right? But basically, Hash. I remember me and Jenny used to mod for Hash all the time, and it used to be strict. Half an hour or an hour of just watching videos and reacting, and then the last half hour would be like games, right?
Yeah.
And we used to be like, no more videos, no more videos, no more videos. And me and Jenny would delete their chats, right? We'd delete their chats, or we'd like time people out for a little bit, like literally like 1 second. So their chat gets deleted, so no more links. And the Hash would go at me and Jenny, like the mods. He'd be like, why are you guys deleting the links? Don't delete the links.
Wow, Hash. Wow, Hash.
Wow, I hate Hash. She's an asshole. Who's that?
Oh, yeah.
Hash used to literally go to me and Jenny going, "Why are you doing your job?" As
okay, look, I'm a people pleaser. Okay, I'm a people pleaser. I can't help it.
And then it's like 20 minutes past his last link, and he's just watching this.
Okay, I'm a people pleaser. I can't help it. I'm a suck up. Okay, I'll do anything to impress people. I can't. Guys, look, wait. No, I'm not like that. That's old Hash. I'm 22 now. I'm 22 now.
You're 22 from
I'm different.
Yes, this is true.
I'm different now. That's the past. You guys, my past doesn't define me. Like, I'm a new person now.
Yeah.
I'm a new person now, guys. Now I just now I don't people please anymore.
You got a one piece tattoo that makes you different.
Did you guys know I've got a tattoo on my forehead, on my forearm? I don't know if you've seen it. My forearm.
Forehead.
On your forehead, just like right here.
Forehead.
Yeah, and it would look good. But my forehead is not a 5. I hate that one because look, 4 fingers, right? Is why we call it a forehead.
Fat fingers.
Okay, well if I use your little tiny finger, there'll be a 20 head. So like, look, 3. Ooh. 3 does it, and then
I have 20 fingers.
4 goes above. 5 goes into my hair.
Okay, go get your sister or like someone with normal hands, right? Not like some ape gorilla hands that you and your family just
Oh my god,
have,
not
you
the ape
know?
gorilla hands.
Dude.
Okay, I'm actually on my own right now, so sorry, man. Maybe next year.
Excuse
Maybe
me.
next year.
Go get Guzan or
Is
Sheesh.
Panam
So, like,
there? Panam,
just
you
get
probably have fairly normal
Maybe in
hands.
like 2 years,
someone from
guys.
your housemate. Get someone
2
from your
years.
In
housemate.
3 years,
What
yeah.
the
I need
heck?
to really prepare someone for this. It's a big
Get
thing.
Soju Boy. Is Soju Boy not there?
He's not
Yo,
here.
Soulja
No,
Boy's streaming.
yeah, he's not here. He's
He's
at
actually
home.
streaming. Like, I actually saw him online. I'm like, wait, what? I haven't
Yeah,
seen that guy online
he's
in like
live right
longest
now.
time.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
live right now.
Yeah. Are you gonna call him in here?
He's not here. He's
I
not here.
dare
He's in another
not
place. We're in different buildings.
Oh.
I'm at uni. He's at home.
Oh,
So like,
gotcha.
we're not even together.
Oh my
Okay,
god. You're gonna call him over or something, Sid? But yeah, like
No, I was just gonna call him over just to like put his hands.
yeah,
on this
like
guy's
that's
head.
what I'm saying,
'Cause
right?
this guy's hands like he's literally got some gorilla hands.
I've
Like,
got
it's-
really small hands.
it makes no sense how you're comparing one large thing to another large thing.
No, it's like it's proportional
Sorry, I just
to
understood
me.
that.
For example,
Uh-huh.
right? If someone's
No,
small,
but
So,
but
if
that
you have
means
small
on
hands, does that mean you're not
average-
6 feet?
what? What?
I'll go
Because
with
you're like,
that,
I
I'll
have
go with
small
that.
hands, and I'm like, does that mean you're admitting you're not 6 feet? Because you're like, it's proportionate. I'm like, well, you got small hands.
No,
then
my
you're not
hands are
6 feet.
massive though. They're like the
Uh-huh.
biggest hands I've ever seen in a human. But whatever. You
So
guys
that
do
means
that.
your head on average would be the biggest head.
Oh yeah, compared to minuscule petite people like you, yeah, I get it. But like
Oh,
compared to
minuscule
tall
people,
people,
petite.
it's alright.
Dude, I'm average. I'm literally average. That's crazy.
Actually, yes, it is. Like, factually
I'm
speaking,
average.
Sid's
And I-
Everything
I'm
about me is
above
average.
average.
Okay.
Above
Oh my
average.
Lord, you're above average. Okay, but Hash, it seems like you and Sid, like you seem to be putting a lot of like of your beliefs onto him. And speaking of beliefs, Hash, you wanted to show the class something?
I actually
had a
did,
video
yes.
for
So
today?
there is
You
this
do, you
video.
do. Okay,
There
I'm
is this
curious.
video I found on TikTok, and I'm gonna put it on for everyone to hear it. Right? It's this guy called Andrew Tate, and he has an opinion. Now, this video is about sexuality, right? So I won't talk about it, but I really want to know, and like anyone here, so like whoever's in chat, whatever, I really want to know your opinion. You can agree or disagree. There's no right or wrong answer, right? And I'm gonna give my opinion at the end because I don't want to bias anyone because I've watched this 100 times, so it's like unfair now. So this is a video, alright, everyone, check this out.
Oh God, is
I'm not
production quality gonna go up?
anti-gay. I'm not anti-transgender. I'm not anti any of these things. What I am anti is propagating your worldview on other people's children. If you're gay and you can't have kids, why do you now believe it's your right to go to other people's kids and tell them how to think? Don't come talk to my kid about it. That's my child. I will program my child with my worldviews. I raise them. I pay for them. They're my kid. They're not your kid. And they're not the government's kid. You've decided that having sex with women isn't worth it for you. You don't want to have children. You want to have sex with men. Fine. Your decision and you're entitled to it. That does not give you the entitlement to go to other people's families who did decide to have children and raise them and try and program their children. Leave the kids alone.
Agree or disagree?
So I see. Here's the thing. So the way that he's speaking about it, the way that he's also putting it, I can see why it seems like very controversial. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like listening to what he's saying closely, like he's not, spouting any sort of like anti-gay or anti-trans, any of that kind of nonsense. You know what I mean? He's basically saying like, you can't be shoving your beliefs on other people's children because that's not your job. You're not their parent. And, like only really parents can like help out with that sort of thing. Like to me, at the end of the day, like, if you do have kids, they're eventually going to have to think for themselves and, learn for themselves and see what they like. They don't necessarily have to follow some sort of iron code that the parent gives them at the end of the day. But to me, I do agree with them. It's like, because it's like the equivalent of like, say, a Jehovah's Witness rolling up to your door, really demanding you to be like, hey, would you like to, worship our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? I don't, like, I'm not religious anymore for said reasons, but like, it's like the equivalent of doing that. I think that's what he's trying to say, because, there's, how I see it is like in every group of people, whether it's a religious group, whether it is a political party, whether it's, whether it's like a sexual orientation sort of like group, there's always going to be bad apples. There's always going to be people who are extremists. You know what I mean? It's a realistic fact of life that we can't avoid as much as we'd love to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I, for one, I don't care how, like, what your views are, how you identify. so long as you're just a genuinely good person, like that's it at the end of the day. But if you try to push your beliefs on me, like that's not cool. Like, putting it mildly, that's how I would put it. And I do agree with this guy though. A lot of people really have to listen to his words to see like that he's not necessarily trying to be controversial. You know what I mean? What about you, Sid? What do you think?
I kind of disagree here.
You disagree?
I kind of disagree because okay, yes, he's saying, "Oh, I'm not anti-gay. I'm not anti gender identity and stuff like that," right? But if he himself is not going to kind of accept the whole topic as this like what he's teaching his children, right? If what he's teaching his children and is saying stuff like, "Oh, just because you don't like women and you guys can't have children, don't tell me what I can and can't do with my child," and stuff like that. It's just kind of stupid because it depends on what you're feeding the child as well. If you teach a child to become racist, yes, technically that's your child, but that's still wrong. Surely you can have a say in that, no?
I believe, first of all, Blowfish is right about one thing about this guy wording shit. He's popular because he says shit in a crazy way. Like, if anyone knows about Andrew Tate, this dude has gained his popularity.
It's him and his brother.
They've legit gained popularity for the way they talk about shit and being very
loving
extreme.
Sparkling water.
Yeah. They're very extreme, right? But I would personally also disagree because I agree with the concept of you shouldn't go around and, force your shit onto people. However, I think for this specific one, like at the end, for example, he's like, your parents give birth, they're not the government that doesn't own them, the parents said. I disagree with that concept. Because no child chooses to come, you know what I mean? I didn't choose to be born, nor did you, nor did Sid, right? However, because of this one topic, which is about sexuality, I think every child from a young age should know that they can be gay, pan, fucking lesbian, fucking hetero, fucking any form of sexuality, not even have a sexuality if they don't want. Whatever, they should be told all these things and think upon it themselves. All right, which one suits me best? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think with other topics, sure.
What suits me best is just like whichever they define themselves.
Yeah. Like what do I feel?
It's not like you pick and choose which one you want to be, but it's just like whichever best describes them. That's what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and
what best what help what identifies best with them really, right? So right. Go ahead, Hash.
And like so they should pick what suits them best. The reason why I agree with you saying stuff like, as I'm a religious person, I'm Muslim, right? But I don't like people who preach my religion to people like Jehovah's Witnesses, basically the equivalent in Islam. I hate it because in theory no religion is proven. I as a Muslim can say out like loud, no religion is proven. It's all fucking like to some extent, right? It's like all theories put together. But like, that's why I can understand if someone says don't preach that shit. Let them do their own research if they want to. But in terms of sexuality, that's not made up. That is how someone feels or like wants to express themselves. So that's why I feel like that topic. There's like those schools as well. There was like this school in the UK basically, right? Up north, where people were protesting saying don't give our children sex education for being homosexuals, blah 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 blah, and they were arguing and they were trying to lessen it by saying if they want to be homosexual they can do their own research and all that shit. So why are you against them finding out about it? You know what I mean? Like,
that's weird.
Why are you against them finding out about it if they can do their own research? It's clearly not true. They clearly can't do their own research and they're just trying to say it to be politically correct. But I believe with certain things they should be everyone should be told as a universal thing. But then other things, fuck off. It's not your kid. You're paying for their bills. You're looking after them. You're allowed to teach them your rules. You know what I mean?
It's like how you teach them. Like I can't tell you if you can beat your child or not, right? Like it's wrong to beat your child, but like in the end of the day, that's your child. That's you choose how you want to raise that child. But there's certain things where certain topics you kind of have to tell them what's right and wrong. When there's certain specifics, like if you're teaching them to grow up homophobic, right, or like just being an utter arsehole, like just because you're an arsehole, right? Technically, I should have the right to tell you, yo, your son's a little shit, and you're a little shit as well. Like truthfully speaking, because if you're raising your child to become, I don't know, like a mass shooter or like a dictator or like just some evil like Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and
Phineas and
Ferb,
Ferb, yeah.
If you're teaching your child, raising your child to become that person, dude, you're wrong. You're wrong. Rightfully, you're wrong. Like, I'm gonna tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah, I think some things that are wrong. Like, like Sid mentioned about disciplining your kids. I think all of us have said we don't agree with disciplining kids. But I'm sure there is a lot of people in other countries that think disciplining your kids is the right way forward. You know what I mean?
They still be beating people up in Hong Kong and Nepal.
Yeah, I'm just like not disciplining in that way, just more just like setting them straight. I'm like, no, I don't condone hitting kids, but like discipline and be like,
what about like
stop being a little shit.
What about like dogs?
Dogs? Like, no, I don't condone hitting dogs either. I discipline my
people
dogs.
hit dogs.
What about what you?
Oh yeah.
What?
All the time, dude. Yeah, dude.
Well,
I
what
didn't
do you
know
think
that.
of Caesar Milan then? The dog whisperer, Caesar Milan.
What the fuck is
him?
that?
Who's
Yeah,
that? I'll be
Caesar
honest,
Milan.
I actually have no idea who
You don't know
that is.
Caesar Milan? Oh,
Tell us. What is this?
Tell us.
He's
Yeah,
he's this dog trainer. He's like the most famous dog trainer ever. Caesar Milan.
And does he hit the
He's
dogs?
like this like short little Mexican guy. And he trains dogs and stuff. He doesn't. So he does this thing with he snaps them out of their focus. So say they're like angry and like they're gonna chase down. Like he trains like very violent dogs or like very alpha dogs that don't listen to their don't listen to their parents and stuff. But he takes care of those dogs, and then he does this thing where he was exposed to bees said putting shock collars on like them when he's training them and stuff like that, and it's just to kind of do that natural impulse that dogs have. So if you're not, it's the rekindle that natural impulse they have. So when dogs are like focused and they're barking and stuff like that, some you might see them like pull the chain or like the lead, and then like it snaps them out of focus. Tells them to back off, like lose your focus, and whatnot. And he says it's like just to refocus them and like rekindle that energy so they understand and they listen to their owners when they just like snap them. So it's just, I thought as a dog groomer you'd know about Caesar Milan. That guy's like the most famous dog.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I didn't even know people hit animals with discipline. I thought you did the, sit and I'll give you a treat. Sit and I'll give you a treat. That's the shit I thought. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know people.
Dogs go bad, bro. Dogs go bad.
They can be bad. I've dealt with a few that are.
Do you know what? I've always wanted to raise a dog, but I'm scared of being bitten by a dog. I don't. Really? They go through that phase of biting you. Apparently, if you get a puppy, I just don't want to be bit.
No. That'll happen because they're learning. Oh shit! I could do that, but you have to like train them out of that.
Babies bite you as well.
Sorry. Yeah, true. Little fuckers do bite you.
Babies bite you.
Babies bite as well. I'm like except like to me, I was like I've never been bitten by a baby.
True. My little nephew when he was teething. When he was biting me, I just never thought of it as anything. I was like, oh, whatever, he's got to do his thing.
One of the most painful things I've experienced was my little cousin. When he was turning 2, I put up his decorations and he kept on yanking at him, right? Mm-hmm. But I was carrying his little sister on my hand. She was like 4 months old. So he knew that I needed both hands to carry her. Or I carried her with one hand. But he knew that I was occupied with something. And I pulled him away and he bit my thumb he bit my thumb right on the fleshy bit, and he bit down hard, and then I had my other hand like this.
Did it bleed?
It went like black. It went black for like a couple weeks.
Okay.
He's strong.
Hurt, bro.
Yeah,
it hurt.
Shit.
Send him to the gym.
I couldn't. No, because it was like this. It was like this.
Strong.
It was like he bit my thumb right there. So it's like I can't. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like push his head like this?
Yeah.
I physically couldn't, so I had to put the baby down and I had to pull him off. But he bit and just didn't let go.
Yeah, and you can't even do it because it's a baby. You can't hurt the kid by mistake. You got to like really think about using your force. Do you know what I mean? You can't yank out with a child. It might hurt the child.
You have to use just enough.
No.
No.
He like wouldn't come out. I literally had to open his mouth basically. Yeah, I had to get the car jack and then just.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
as someone who's good with dogs, right? Is it true that pit bulls, those ugly fuckers?
Ugly? What, are you kidding? Pit bulls are great, but anyway.
Amazing.
Oh, I'm not only about bulldogs, the ugly little fat, short, stubby ones.
Oh, okay, English bulldogs.
That's it. Yeah, like, is it true that when they bite you, there's no force that can open that bite?
for English bulldogs, I've never heard of that fact.
But pit bulls, is it that their bite is so strong that like, obviously you can like open it by crazy force, but it's really hard. The bite only stops when they want to stop. Is that true?
I'll be honest, I've never encountered anything like that, so I'm gonna say no for now. But like, you know, I've been almost bit by pit bulls, and you know, it is scary, but you know, at the end of the day, you just gotta be careful, right? Like they weren't hard bites per se. They were more just like sort of warning bites in the sense of like, hey, don't touch this certain part of me, or like don't cut this, etc., right? Like, I feel like, you know, that fact really pertains to like people who don't truly train their dogs or like train them for like fight rigs or something. I mean, I could believe it. I'll be honest, I could believe it, but at the same time, you know, like
I want like a friendly dog. I want some golden retriever shit. Golden retriever shit doesn't move, just sits there, relaxing shit. We go for runs.
You want a greyhound?
Greyhounds have a lot of energy. All I'm going to say, they have a lot. They have a lot because they're racing dogs.
Greyhounds.
Yeah.
No.
Greyhound?
I've been told greyhounds are super lazy.
They have a lot of energy, because the ones I ran into, at least.
Okay. So the person the person that I'm talking about, the person, he used to own greyhounds. Like his dad used to be really big into greyhound racing, and he'd literally have to do the cartoon meat on a stick trick.
Yeah, meat on
just
a
to
stick
get them
trick,
just so they would get out and actually like walk around. Otherwise they would literally
the ones I ran into are so energetic, so that's my experience.
Are those the skinny fuckers?
They're really skinny.
Yeah.
They're
like
tall.
Too. They don't like runners, right? Fast man. I want a German Shepherd.
Right. But to train them, you need to actually go out of your way.
I want a German Shepherd. I want like a big fucking
I guess
beast.
I ran into the ones that know how to use their energy. I'm like, yeah, that was my experience. They're good dogs, but they're just like, they pull a lot. You know what I mean? Because they like running.
Yeah, see, greyhounds can run up to 40 miles per hour, but they won't if they can help it. After a few steps, they've had
40 miles.
No. After a few steps, they've had enough. Give up and stop to lean on you. They're lazy. They're lazy.
That's kind of funny. I guess
I kind of like them.
So you know,
they're like the laziest dogs. They sleep all day. And then I remember another friend of mine. Yeah, another friend of mine told me that one time his friend came into the house for the first time, right? So he gave him the key and said, "Oh yeah, I've got dogs in the house." The greyhound, like when he was rattling the keys, the greyhound literally looked up, saw a person, and just went, "Okay," just went back to sleep. Nothing. Didn't even get up.
Because that's the thing, Sid. I was gonna say, Sid, the only reason why I said what I said was because living with a dog and like trying to raise one is different from like working with one. You know what I mean? So I guess like they're in like their pent up energy stage, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean?
I mean,
so
they're
I guess,
already
like,
at the house, so that's like they're active already. If you get them to be active, then yeah, they'll be fine for the most part.
100%.
It's like getting them at the house and stuff is difficult.
Getting them at the house, like that cut does kind of sound like a struggle. But yeah, other than that, like most dogs I've worked with are good. The pit bull thing, to answer Hash's question, never really ran into a pit bull that was that violent. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to pit bulls, like it's really just the American media just saying like, oh, they're horrible, you know what I mean? But like, you know, it's going back to
scary, right?
They just look scary.
They do
they're
look scary.
Actually one of the nicest dog breeds, I'll be honest. But like going back to, you know, the video, like how, you know, how the guy was all like, yeah, don't like, you know, push your beliefs on my children, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. You know, it goes back to the whole thing where, you know, at some points you have to guide your children to do the right thing, right? And when it comes to the media and pit bulls, like I think it's just more the parent at that point, or the owner, that has to like guide the pit bull to do right things, train them to do the right things, you know, because without training it's like, you know, without raising a kid properly, they're going to turn out to be bad most likely, you know what I mean? Sort of same sort of theory with like with pit bulls in this sense, right? So I think at the end of the day they just
100%.
catch these bad owners and they're like automatically bad, you know what I mean? And I'm like, that's ridiculous, you know? Like the whole thing with pit bulls, like in my work, Sid and Hash, like it is illegal to have them in there. Like I could get in trouble for actually like bathing a pit bull.
Why?
Yeah, because they're considered illegal in Canada. So
you can't have the pit bull there.
No, you can't. You have to like sneak them in.
You're right.
And like we sneak them in. Like my grooming salon sneaks them in by putting them under American Bulldog mix. So you know that works. And like, you know, if there's ever a time, you know, the government pulls through.
What's this place you work at?
It's a dog
for any police officers from Canada.
Yeah, get like a tip, make some money.
Ren's Pet Store. The address as well.
Ren's Pet Store, 55 Fake Street, Toronto, Ontario. But anyway, Yeah,
Toronto, Ontario.
yeah, like we legitimately have to like sneak them in by putting them under like American Bulldog mix because I'm like that's the closest thing that they look like, you know what I mean? And like every time a pitbull walks in, it's like you're not an American Bulldog, but I don't give a shit. You're nice. That's all I mean, right?
No, I mean they're dogs regardless. End of the day,
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
like
right?
dogs are dogs. I mean, some like
I like
regardless of
dogs.
their breed, some are aggressive, some aren't.
Some are definitely harder to train from my
Like,
experience.
yeah.
But other than that, yeah, like if you guys were to ever get a dog and you didn't raise it properly, would you think that you would have any sort of regret? But speaking of regrets, do you guys have any just in general? Like it can do with streaming, it can do with your life in general. I guess I'll start with Sid because Hash usually like butt in first. What do you think?
No, I actually want to hear Hash's regrets. This guy ups himself so much. I actually want to know what Hash regrets.
Regrets.
Yeah, I'm curious about this too now. Now that you put it that way.
I think like one. Okay, so I'm gonna give two, right? I'm gonna give two. I'll talk about streaming and stuff. My biggest regret with streaming is playing community games where you can play people. I fucking hate that shit. Because not that I don't have fun, I have a good time. Games like Jackbox, etc., etc. But I played them so much that people became reliant on the fact that I'm playing a game with them over wanting to watch me, and I hate that shit because I feel like I went up then back down. You know, like not back down to the beginning, but like I dropped a bit in terms of like viewers and all that shit, and that I think that was a lesson learned. So I'm happy I went through it now than later, to be honest, because shit, imagine doing it at a higher phase. But that was probably the only thing I was like, I wish I never did as a streamer. I spent time on it as well. I'm talking at least 5, 6, 7 months. You know what I mean? Of playing it, yeah.
The Jackbox era on Hash's streams, like it was popping in there, but
it was a big phase. You know what I mean? But in terms of life, like any regrets in life, I'm not sure top of my head. Like, I feel like I must have like. I know one thing I've hated about myself is like, but now I've kind of accepted that it's not me, is like grades. I know that sounds really basic, but growing up, I got 5 siblings and we're all competitive naturally. And then our parents are competitive. And then like Asian culture where everything is competitive. So like, it was like 3 bad things put together. You know what I mean? And so I've never done ridiculously shit, but I've never done what I thought I could have done as well. Because I've just never been disciplined enough. I've tried fucking from your year 9 SATs to your GCSEs to your A levels to your degree level. All of these I've done like subpar average. Where I should be potentially doing, like, for example, my GCSEs, right? I was predicted AA star and everything, and I only got 1 A star and the rest A's and B's. Like I got many B's. Like it wasn't that I did shit. Oh, this dude failed or whatever. But it was like it was pretty annoying, and that changed a lot about me because I accepted that if I don't enjoy something, I cannot be disciplined. I consider myself today quite disciplined with like the stuff I enjoy, but like with stuff I can't fuck with, I don't think I can do it anymore, man. So that was like a big phase of regrets. Like I wish I did better. Like when am I gonna do good? I always promise myself I'm gonna do good. When are you gonna actually fucking do well in it? You know what I mean? But that's like the first one that comes to mind when I think about it. What about you guys?
For streaming, nothing really. Well, actually, I do have one for streaming. It's about forming a podcast with these 2 guys. That's my.
Seven Thugs? Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be with him either. But the other guy,
like, what's he doing?
Other guy is insane though. He's.
Oh yeah, no, and then there's that Blowfish guy who's also pretty terrible too. Like, the fuck, who would want to, form a podcast?
Who lies about their fucking name?
I know, right? God, who lies about their name too? Jesus Christ. But seriously speaking, streaming wise, like nothing really comes to mind other than just from what you guys answered way back when we were a bit more lenient, a bit more nicer when we were still new to streaming. I guess the only regret there would be like if I were to tell past streamer me, be like, hey, don't be afraid to say no. It's good that you have a good heart and all that. It's great to be welcoming because that's what you need to do. But if someone comes in here, like being disrespectful to you, the mods, or like anyone in your chat, like feel free just to ban them. Handle it like a professional and move on. Like don't be afraid to do that. I feel like, again, I also agreed with you, Hash. I believe you said it, maybe Sid said this, but like I did have trouble doing that. But nowadays I'm just like, well, who do you think you are? And just like send them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As for life, like I think I've said this before on previous podcasts.
It's
Like,
like
I wish I kept. What
it's
was
like
that
your
saying?
IRL job, right? As a substitute teacher, you know, if
Yeah,
someone's
I
not
also
behaving,
regret
you
that.
just send them out the class. Like,
Yeah.
hey, get
I
the
can.
fuck
I
out,
have
kid.
the power to do that, which is hilarious. But at the same time, I'd rather let the kids get in trouble because they like skipping, and I'm like, all right, so if the staff asked me, he's like, so what did this kid tell you? Where was he going? I was like, he said he was going to the washroom, and he never came back for the whole class, and they're gonna believe me over
People
you.
just do
You know what I
that.
mean? Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
dead ass. I swear
Like, actually.
to you, I have never seen that in my life.
What? See
Even,
what?
like, the
When
bad
they go
kids.
to the washroom?
When they go to the toilet and just never come back, I've never seen
Oh,
that.
that
Even the
happens so
bad
much in my
kids.
school.
No,
Even
that's
the bad kids.
that's stupid. Yeah.
They are
That-
stupid. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like, well,
Even the
not my
bad
fault.
kids, they don't even they don't do that. Like I used to remember there was kids that used to be in isolation, like which like the detention, like they used to be in isolation every single day on the report
Mm.
card, like just not giving a fuck, smoking, getting caught, whatever, and they still wouldn't just go, oh, I'm going here, and then just get.
Were you
Really?
badly
That's
behaved? Were you guys badly behaved in school? Would you
I'm
guys ever?
so.
Oh,
I'm
grade
so-
3, yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
guys ever
I
get
was.
I
suspended?
said grade 3. What
Yeah,
the
well, how old
fuck
are you
were
in grade 3?
doing
Like
in school
5?
in
Grade
that-
3 was like
Yeah.
my prime badness. That's why I literally got like sent to the office every day for the smallest
Have you
things.
ever guys been suspended? Not excluded, like suspended like a day or two. Never.
No.
I've never been suspended. I've been in
I've gotten in
isolation
deep
for a
shit
amount of time.
close.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been in detention a lot too. So what about you?
Boring
Ash?
childhoods, man. Boring fucking.
Boring
You
childhood.
know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up?
What?
Okay.
What?
You know what's fucked up?
What?
I remember year 8 French class. Year 8
Year
French
8.
class. I had a friend who was half Turkish, half French, right? He was sat
Interesting.
next to me, and him and me, we were bouncing terrorist jokes to each
Oh,
other.
no.
We were calling each
No.
other terrorists
Yeah.
because I'm Asian and he's Turkish, which makes no sense because
Yeah.
yeah, well, we are not terrorists. No, I'm joking. No, but it was just I don't know why. I don't know who started it. We were just saying terrorist jokes to each other. We were saying, "Oh, you're a
Yeah.
terrorist." It was kind of like a your mum joke, but
Yeah,
instead,
you feel me.
you're a terrorist, right? I remember this guy didn't have a comeback, so he raised his hand and told the teacher that I called him a terrorist.
Wow.
And then right outside the class,
No.
right outside the class, was the head teacher, the principal.
Ooh.
And everyone was making a ruckus. So
You
the
didn't get sent
principal
home for
came
that
in.
shit? You didn't get sent
The
home?
principal came in and then said, "Yo, what's happening? Like, what's happening?" And then they took me out the class and they were like, "Look, this person is saying." I was contemplating should I say the guy's name, but this person is saying that you've been called a terrorist all lesson. I was like, I did. This is where my GCSE drama came. I was like, look at me, I'm Asian. If anything, it'd make more sense for him to call me a terrorist.
You
He's
said that.
French.
You
I
said
don't have
that.
anything to
You
worry about.
said
I
that.
said that, and they said,
Oh shit.
"It's like, okay, that's fine. If you didn't say it, then you didn't say it." And I was like, "Why would I say that? That makes no sense."
Damn, you a scam artist. I like that.
I'm a scammer.
Yeah,
No,
you a
I'm just
fraud.
a
I
good
like
actor.
it.
I'm just a
Yeah,
good
that was
actor.
nice.
I was a good actor,
Sure.
and they
okay.
just left it. I just didn't get in trouble.
That's hilarious though.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
hilarious.
smooth. Yeah, the fact that you got
You
away
ended
with it, I'm
his career so hard
impressed.
that he told on
Snakey.
you.
This guy
You ended his career so hard that he
dude.
fucking like told on
That
you.
dude's a little
And we were
rat.
good friends as well. We were good friends.
Were until that
We
day.
were good friends. Nah, we were good friends after as well. But it's just
Really?
just
Oh, so you actually are friends with this person? That's
So you're
deep.
still
That's
friends
deep.
with
I'm
this
Yeah,
not
that's...
friends. I'm not friends with him anymore. Just because we went separate ways after secondary school. Because in college you just hang out with your own groups.
Yeah.
I just left. Yeah, but my regrets is not starting streaming sooner. That's one of my
That's the
big
thing,
regrets
right?
because
Like,
there was times where we'd be playing games for hours on end, me and my friends and stuff like that, and then it's like I just be like, oh yeah, streaming for like cool people that like have something to give to the world. Like streaming for fucking fun. I could have been streaming my League of Legends, like like dying in piss low like 20 fucking times like Hash does now. But, like I could have been doing that like 2 years ago, like that would have been cool. And then
Is that like a
regret,
universal streamer thing? Like, I wish we started earlier. I swear everyone, right, must think that.
100%.
for me,
Yeah.
it's more just I wish I kept going. That was literally me, but now I'm like back to it, right? That's my regret, in life, I guess.
And then
When it comes to
for
streaming.
real life, I'd be. It's not that I'm I would
Must
say
have a
color.
lot.
It's not like I'm naive, but it's like I'm willing to give people more chances, and I'm willing to give them a benefit of the doubt.
So you're soft.
It's just a great person. Is that what Sid is saying right now?
No.
It's soft on me, Seven Thugs.
Look, I like it's I want to be all okay. It's especially when it's in terms of, say, I'll believe people. So say if I'm like messaging Hash, right, and I'm like, yo, Hash, like I really need help with something, blah blah, blah. And then Hash goes like, imagine if Hash was doing fuck all and he just didn't want to help me. And then later on, he'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like, oh shit, sorry, bro, I had something come up and stuff like that. I'd be like, okay, that's fine. And then my friends would be like, yo, are you not seeing this? This is so obviously like. I'd be like, maybe, but maybe not. And then it's like I'm willing to give people a chance, but then that also comes at a negative, like where you get used and you get like kind of taken for like a joke, I guess.
Do you feel like you've been used and taken as a joke by people then? Like
100%, yeah, sometimes. But it's like at the same time, it's like fuck it, dude. Like at the time, I thought it was the right thing, so like so be it, you know?
Yeah.
Do you guys all feel like that? Like, do you feel like at points in your lives you've been used by people and shit?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like if I'd been used, I wouldn't know. Do you guys ever worry about that? Do you ever think that?
Yes,
yeah.
100%. That's what I'm saying. That's my regret. Like I want to be able to differentiate between when I need to be like, you know, like this person deserves
that too.
my trust, and then
Yeah.
this person doesn't.
Because sometimes I feel like I wouldn't, but then I'm like, would I know when it's actually happening?
Yeah, because for me, I trust people a lot really easily, but once they like mess up my trust, then it's like
that's what I'm saying, right?
Like, you know, like
Sid, that's
so
that's
hard for
literally
to
me
get
and
over
you.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
It's tough to get
But
over.
at the same
I
time,
know that feeling.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you get used a lot, and then you get called naive a lot because I'm willing to give people. So it's not me like trying to toot my own horn. It was just me trying to explain.
Yeah, no, I got that. Cause like, you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, because I've been used like for stuff back in the day, but now like I have a bit more like vision on that, being like, okay, this has happened before. I guess in a way it's like a sense of like trauma.
That's like bullying though. You need to get bullied in life. I feel like you need to get used in life as well.
I don't know about that. I'd rather not, but you know.
But like I feel
happens,
like everyone needs to
it's
get.
A fact of life if that happens. Like, you know, people get bullied, people get used, you know, and
Exactly. Like when we don't live in a world where people are all great, right? People are assholes. So I feel like we need to get bullied and used to a subpar level. I'm not saying like like
you a little bit. You know?
Yeah, not life threatening.
But that literally makes no sense because a couple podcasts ago, Hash said he was the bully throughout his.
I was the bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, not secondary
You were
school.
the bully. That's right.
I was the bully in what do you call in America? Year 3, 4.
So,
no, year 5, year
school.
6.
Oh, like elementary.
Elementary school.
No. You did not.
I'm pretty sure you said something else.
No, you said secondary school. You beat some kid up, and then he was just scared at you and stuff, and he would.
You
like,
also
give
made
you
fun
like-
of
Oh no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, that was elementary school.
There's
But basically, there was a kid in when I was in year 10, year 11. No, I was in year 11, and they were year 10. I didn't beat them up. I just told them to get the fuck out of my way, just for a bit of fun. You know, like a bit of spice in your life.
No.
I don't know, man.
I'm not justifying it.
I don't know.
I'm not justifying what I did, but I'm just saying it felt good, and it was a bit of a.
It felt good.
It felt like a bit of fun. You know, like a bit of like. I don't know how to explain it. Like a bit of spice, just for like see what happens, and then you want to experience it.
Felt like the dog's bollocks.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What sort of phrase is that? What?
It's a British term. The dog's bollocks, like the fucking man. Like you know, you feel like a hero.
It wasn't even fucking man or hero. It was more like. Have you guys seen Dexter before, the TV show?
Oh yeah, surprise.
And you know, like how he's bad but good. Do you know, like his whole thing is
serial killer.
Yeah, but he kills bad people, right? So like he's bad vigilante. That's the right word. Bad but good. It felt like a Dexter moment. Obviously, I did bad, and there was no good involved. But it just felt like a badass.
What if it was just a kid? Wasn't the kid just passing through and he wasn't doing it?
I can't remember.
I swear.
I don't. I honestly, I
Wait,
cannot.
how is this like a Dexter moment?
It just felt cool.
I was about
like
to
a
say. I was
Dexter
like, what do you
moment.
mean?
You know, like Dexter's
is
cool
this
as
like
fuck. It just felt cool. Just for a bit of. So guys, I was 15. My hormones were everywhere.
Remember when I said I was joking that I regret making a podcast with Hash?
I actually do. I actually do.
But you know, like hormones are everywhere, guys. I was a different person. My past doesn't define me. My past, I changed. I'm 22 now. Honestly.
Oh my. Please, next question, please.
Unfortunately, I think we're out of questions. I think we're unfortunately out of questions, Sid. Oh no.
Come on, quick. Am I the arsehole? Someone go on the subreddit, please.
I want to ask you guys something.
Sure. Okay, what's up?
So since you guys, and this applies to everyone, right? Since you guys do stuff which, you know, could be considered, oh, they're not following the path, all that shit. So like, say you stream, you go gym. Blowfish, you stream, you do voice acting. Voice acting, all that other stuff, right? So I'm gonna summarize it at content creation, whatever. Are you guys one of those preachers? Are you guys one of those people that like speaks to people? And if you, I'll give you an example. My favorite thing to do now is just give people a speech about, not about me, but like about chase your dreams, follow your visions. I legit live for that now. Like anyone can come and they could just jokingly say, oh, I want to stream. And I'll give them a 10-minute lecture about why they need to stream. I want to upload on TikTok, but I don't feel confident. I will speak to them for years on end on why they should chase it. Are you guys one of those preacher friends?
You're a motivator.
I can't help it. It's
you're Andrew Tate.
I'm the Jehovah's Witness, basically, yeah. But I don't know what the equivalent is. But I go around anyway. I kid you not. I remember. Do you remember someone called Emily? Emily on TikTok. TikTok on Twitch.
Emily May.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
I think she by mistake mentioned that she does commissions or something. Where you draw artwork and I was like, okay, that's it.
Pretty good at it now.
She's really good. And I was like, okay, this is it. We need to have a talk about like all of this, and I just loved it. Like where was her? Someone else. But basically, they were like, I doubt myself.
Ash just wanted to be in a call with a 15-year-old.
No, motherfucker. Like, it was in Twitch chat. Okay, it was in Twitch chat. Okay.
Hash wanted to be in Twitch chat with a 15-year-old. Yeah. Like you see how it's always the young ones that Hash picks on.
I know.
They need to follow their dreams.
Super Smash. Like Hash is actually Super Smash fan. Makes sense.
But like, are you guys one of those preacher friends now? Have you become one of them?
Honestly speaking, like I would only like really talk about what I do if like someone asked me like, so how does that work, right? But other than that, I wouldn't like pull that out as
not what you do, but like Blowfish. I've always wanted to upload on TikTok, and I feel kind of sad. I just don't feel like I know what to do, and like, there's so many people who do these kind of videos.
I think anyone who streams becomes like that because we're doing this because we want to chase something, right? So say, okay, Blowfish. Say I come up to you, right? I'm your friend, outside of streaming, right? I'm your friend outside of streaming. I don't do anything creative wise, and I go, hey, I really want to dance, but I'm kind of scared to post my dance videos because I don't know, like people might judge me or like it might look weird or like, you know, I'm not that good. What would you say?
Yeah. There's so many dancing videos, all that stuff.
Yeah, there are. Like, let's be real. Like,
yeah.
YouTube's oversaturated with a bunch of different content nowadays. I would just tell them, I'm like, look, like, give it a shot, you know, make it a one-time thing for now. And, you know, if it doesn't go well, walk away. That's literally like all I would say.
That's what Hash is off.
Preacher friend, Blowfish.
I was like, I wouldn't say that,
You're a preacher
I wouldn't say
friend.
that's being a preacher. I wouldn't say that's being a preacher. It's more just like, hey, like, give it a shot. You never know, right? Like, how I see preachers is more just like, you have to do it. I'm like, no, I'm not that kind of friend. That's what I mean by preacher.
I think I take that approach.
Do it. Like, yeah, I'm like, no, I don't do that. Like, that's just like kind of forceful.
It's kind of funny because this really relays our personality and our, you know, our roles in this podcast because I'm literally in the middle of you two. Where I remember my friend Prem, he loves singing. Every chance he gets, he'll fucking sing his heart out, right? He loves dancing. Any chance he gets, he does it. And when I started streaming, he goes, "Oh my god, Sid, like it's so cool that you're doing this, blah blah." And he's like, "I'm actually really like jealous and that you're doing it." And I was like, "Bro, what do you mean I'm doing it? I'm just fucking clicking go live and then streaming."
And talking and playing games.
Yeah,
that's all we
just
really
talking and whatever comes.
In layman's
I mean,
terms,
what you like? I was like, dude, you like singing? If you just record you singing and just post it,
is he good at singing?
Like, it's literally, he's good. He's good,
okay.
Right? And then I was like, dude. And another thing is, you get better as you go along.
You
right?
get better
And
as you
you
keep
learn
going.
the
Yeah,
craft.
that's the thing. You learn the
It
craft,
got
you
to
get
a
better.
point. It got to a point when we were drunk and he was singing like crazy singing. He was in a super singing mood.
Oh, good for
right?
him.
And I was like, damn, you know, I was like, yo, Prem, I fucking love it when you sing, bro. Like, it's always, you know, I always enjoy it. He's like, damn, you mean that? And I was like, yeah, bro, of course. Like, you sound good, and I always have fun. And he's like, shit, what? Blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I want to make it like a career or something, bro. I have a passion for it. And I was like, fucking do it then. Just record yourself and just post it and say, fuck it. I was like,
Yeah,
really? And he
that's
knew I had my streaming kit upstairs. And he's like, do you want to go into your room and record it right now? And I was like, we're at a party right now. Let's fucking do it. I was like, let's fucking do it.
Why not? Who cares, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Dead ass. Let's say, okay, we were having a house party at the time, right? The house party was at 11 o'clock, and he told me, let's go into your room and sing and record me singing at like 10:55. So like 5 minutes before everyone starts the party. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. Let's go record it and stuff.
Feels good though, right? Feels good.
No, he just got shy and he didn't want to do it. I was like, fucking.
Aww, that's okay.
Yeah. But he says his album's coming out soon. Like,
Ooh.
supposed to.
Well, then there you go.
No. His album was supposed to come out 2020.
Oh.
It's supposed to come 2020, and then
One
it
of
goes
those.
2021.
It's gonna blow the world. Bro. It's gonna
2022.
blow up the world. It's gonna come soon.
It's not gonna come out till like 2025 at this rate then.
Yeah. It's crazy. Now it says 2023. Like Deadass says it on his bio. It's so funny.
All right.
You're right, you know, and I get that now. Now I get that. It does say that. It does say it makes sense. I was like, I thought it was just a joke, you know, like, you know, people make jokes and shit. But I was like, okay,
No.
Go ahead. No, I get that. I think I take the more like, you have to do it now, and you know, it's gonna be sad moments, but you gotta persist and all that shit. But I think I do it more so for like, I feel like I'm weeding out the weak people if they give up and all that shit, you know, like I play the mind game. I play the how you're gonna take it sort of thing. I do it on purpose sometimes, you know, say it in a harsher way to like see how they respond to it, and then I'm like, okay, if they can take it or not, then I change, I adapt. But I always go harsh first, and then I change after. It's just, I love it though, man. Being the preacher friend's the best thing ever. I swear to God, it's the best thing ever. And we all partially do it. Nicer.
Because, I'm gonna put some psychology behind it for you, because being the preacher friend kind of gives you that feeling that you're kind of on the right path, or you're kind of making it as well, because you're giving advice, because you're coming from a state that you've been through the experiences that they might face, and you're kind of leading them onto the adversity, and you're kind of leading them onto the feeling that you feel when you stream, when you get a new viewer, when you get a new person going, hey, I really enjoy your content, right? Yes or no?
True.
That is true. Like,
true. Wow, maybe I'm just a great person. I think that's what Sid just meant to say. That Hash is just great.
you know what? I think
I literally said you just want to boost your own ego.
Yeah.
But okay.
You know, I think we're gonna end it there, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us today. You know, we're ending it with Hash just boosting his ego like it always does. Hash, if you would like to close us off.
Thank you so much for watching us, everyone. Before we end, huge shout out to Sid, because he's actually stuck to his 75-day hard thing. He's actually been like loyal to it, and he has been doing it. He hasn't broke or been a little bitch about it. Obviously, Blowfish Man has still remained consistent and disciplined. Streams his regular days. He's actually uploading more often in shorts and stuff. Do check him on TikTok. Do check him out on fucking YouTube Shorts and shit, and in good videos. Thank you so much for watching us. When are you guys live next? Well, actually, no, Sid should be live tomorrow, and Blowfish should be, I don't know what the day, Wednesday. Blowfish should be live tomorrow. And I will also be live tomorrow. What are you guys playing tomorrow?
I am playing the usual stuff. Yakuza Kiwami 2. What about you, Sid?
I actually will not be live tomorrow. I'm planning something kind of big. It's going to be like a little series. What I'm going to do is, I really like talking in general to other people, especially when they're communicating back to me, not just text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start not a podcast and not an interview, but kind of just talking to my IRL friends, because one of the best moments that everyone tells me like they really enjoyed is when I was talking to a mutual friend mine and Hash's, Sujao, and I was just asking him a bunch of questions about, you know, Sujao's a very open person about his sexuality.
Cool.
He's also a genius, by the way.
Yeah, he's genius.
Also a genius.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, like this dude,
I don't think he likes me, but I'm being serious. I'm being dead ass. I don't think he likes me, but like I fucking love that.
This
guy.
dude is the sort of dude to get 100% in tests. He's a genius.
He's crazy. But yeah, but I was just asking him and talking to him about life in general, and like just like, and I really enjoyed that, and then the viewers really enjoyed that, and I also want to do something with the viewers as well. So I don't know, like Danilo comes on or something, and Baushi's been begging me to go on a podcast with him or something, but
he's so sweet.
I don't know about bringing him on the podcast here, so I'll just do one with him.
And when will you be live then? So not tomorrow.
Should be live on Friday.
Friday,
on
okay.
Album review as well, so yeah.
Alright, you'll see Sid in a few days. You'll see myself and Bloodfish tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching us, everyone. I'm not rating anyone because I'll be live again in like 5 minutes, so like it's no point. Just like sit here, enjoy the view or some shit. I don't fucking know. But we got a post for the podcast. Let's hold this for 5 seconds because it makes it easier to get it. Vibe.
The other one, dude, you're missing the fucking.
Oh. Done. Alright, thank you for watching us. Take care. So see you tomorrow.